guess we're just gonna talk. It's currently August 7th, 2023, and it's 11:21 p.m. And I'm once again, ouch. I'm once again about to start a health journey for the umpteenth time, right? I don't think we ever, let me not, this is going to be extremely sporadic. I'm literally just talking off the top of my head. I'm going to be working while talking to you guys, myself, whatever. But I just got to, I gotta get focused. I gotta get focused on myself. And I'm a person who puts everything and everyone ahead of myself. And that includes work. I'm too chaotic. My life is too chaotic. And what I mean by that is like not actual chaos, right? It's pretty much just that I'm not disciplined. And I think I've had this realization multiple times. I've had this realization multiple times that in order for me to succeed in what I want to do with my health, that I need to become disciplined. We always talk about motivation. Anybody who's lost weight, my posture is absolutely horrible. I also have self-diagnosed ADD, so again, we're going to be jumping all over the place. That's number one. Number two, it may not always seem logical. Number three, I'm just weird. It is what it is. So anyways, let me back up. What this is going to be is kind of like a vlog to myself, and hopefully by me vlogging for myself, anyone who watches will get an idea of what it's like to be a plus size girl trying to lose weight, and going through the emotional part behind it as well. Of course, at this rate, there's millions of people who've done this, and that's why I'm not necessarily doing it for anyone else. I do apologize for the looking up, but again, I'm trying to work at the same time. It's not necessarily about doing this for anyone else. I'm doing it for myself. I want to record this for myself because I really, really want to fight through the ups and downs. So one thing about me is that I just turned 40 about 6 days ago. My birthday is August 1st. And with that, 2 years ago, I had weight loss surgery. 2020, so almost 3 years ago, November 16th, it'll be 3 years since my weight loss surgery. Before I started, and I didn't go through the normal procedure. What I mean by that is, thankfully, I was in a financial position, with the help of my mother, to pay for my surgery out of pocket. And in doing so, I paid half, my mother paid half, so $10,000 out of pocket. In doing so, I did not have to go through the normal procedure of getting approved for weight loss surgery through insurance. So number one, my insurance didn't pay for it. So I'm in Florida. I know there's quite a few states where their health insurance pays for it. My job did not elect for that. And so therefore, my option was to pay out of pocket. And again, with that being said, because I paid out of pocket, I did not have to jump through the normal hoops of getting approval. Now, I will say this, to any girl or any person, to any person who is contemplating weight loss surgery, and the weight loss surgery that I specifically had was VSG, or vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I highly, highly, highly recommend that, even though, especially if you're going out of the country to have it done, or if you're staying in the States and having it done, I recommend the therapy. So when you're going through health insurance, normally you have to go through like a mental health check. just to try to make sure that you are mentally in the right place, because at the end of the day, I think for a lot of us, well, I can't speak for everybody, right? But me personally, I had to have a realization. I'm sorry, y'all. Something is itching. Anyways, I had to have a realization that my weight loss wasn't my obesity fight was not just physical. It wasn't just me engorging myself on food. It wasn't just the lack of activity. And I say that because for years, okay, and when I say years, so I've been overweight since I was about 14. Literally, I went from 8th grade to 9th grade, and in the summer of 8th grade to 9th grade, I gained probably about 70, 80 pounds that summer. I was in like the 180, 190 in 8th grade. She was a little thick, chocolate little thing, but I wasn't fat. By the time I went to 9th grade, I was 210, 220 pounds. So I started high school overweight. Some people consider 180 overweight. Honestly, that is my current goal weight. I freaking loved how I looked at 180. So when I say that's my goal weight's actually 160, and then giving myself the 20 pounds, because most people, right, when we stop a weight loss journey or go into our maintenance phase, we gain about 10 to 20 pounds. So my goal is to end at 180. And so that's why I say my goal is 180, but I have an understanding that I probably need to go to like 170, 160 in order to give myself that space to be at 180 in my maintenance phase. Okay. So again, jumping all around. And I ain't even started working. Somebody can't multitask. She thought she could, but she can't. Okay, so with that being said, honestly, a lot of it is mental. That's where I was at. So a lot of our weight issues, no, again, let me not talk about everybody else. I'm talking about me. A lot of my weight issues is mental. So when I had my weight loss surgery, the highest registered weight that I got on a scale was 375. I was 5'4". I'm sorry, 5'3". I've been saying 5'4" for years, but I'm really 5'3". So 5'3", 375 pounds was the highest weight that I have registered. Where I got on a scale and saw that it said 375. Do I think I was bigger than that? Absolutely, I do. So the first thing that they did, of course, was put me on a liquid diet. I was on a liquid diet for 2 weeks. I was losing too much weight too quickly, so I actually didn't do a full liquid diet for 2 weeks. My first week, I think I lost like 30 pounds in 1 week, literally, on the liquid diet. And because I was losing too much too quickly, they then took me to liquid and then one meal. Excuse me. So by the time I had surgery, I was at, I think, like 350. Yeah, I think it was about 350 by the time I went into actually having surgery. So then I had surgery, and in my first year, most of my weight loss was in my first few months. My first probably 6 months, I wouldn't even say that, honestly. It was my first 4 to 5 months. And part of me wishes, okay, so let me go back. Let me not go on a tangent. So it was about my first 4 to 5 months that I lost majority of my weight. So I went from about 350 to about 280, 290, somewhere in there. Cried my eyes out when I got to the 200s. And then something happened. Work. I started to put work first and not necessarily focusing on my health. So right after surgery, I was doing everything right? I was trying to get my 64 ounces of water in. I was trying to get my 64 grams of protein, my 64 ounces of water in. I was making sure I had activity every hour. Literally, I would set an alarm every 55 minutes, right? During the time that I work, because I do work from home, and of course, I'm sitting all day. So I do have stand-up desk. I have a QB underneath my desk, and for those who don't know what it is, it's like a little elliptical thing. I don't use it. I had purchased a treadmill to go under my desk. I don't use it. Anyways, so I'm a very gadgety person. I'll buy a whole bunch of gadgets. I'll use them for like a week, and then they're gone, and I need to stop. But that's a whole other situation. So weight loss. Okay, so basically, the thing that I realized, let me back up. So I would set an alarm for every 55 minutes, and I would set it for 5 minutes. So my work schedule is extremely hectic. For what I do, sometimes, not sometimes, majority of the time, I'm working a minimum of 10, 11 hours a day, 6 days a week. When I have multiple things going on, then my work schedule can be 7 days a week, and it can go up to 18-hour days. So that's kind of what happened. What kind of happened is that I got away from setting myself as a priority. I got away from that 55-minute alarm and then getting up and getting on my treadmill for 5 minutes. When I did that, when I got my water in, when I got my protein in, and I walked for 5 minutes every hour for the hours that I worked, and so that was a minimum 10-hour shift, right? So 11 hours, right? It was really 11 hours, but 10 hours with the lunch, and be honest, I barely ever took a lunch, let's just be real. So, but that 5 minutes for a minimum of 10, 11 hours was 50 to 55 minutes of activity a day, right? And, some people go like, oh, that ain't crap. But that's just kind of cute. When you're 375 pounds, 350 pounds, 300 pounds, 55 minutes of activity can be the difference between night and day. So when I was doing those three things, and I was going to therapy. And again, this was self-elected therapy. There was no doctor making me do it. And I was going to therapy. And going to therapy made me realize how much of my weight loss journey is mental. You sit back and you say, why can't I do it? I've been doing this for years. Literally, I've been doing it since I was 14, and I just turned 40. I've been on a weight loss journey since 14 years old. And I still can't add, so I just have that calculator. 26 years. That's more than half the time that I've been alive, that I've been on a weight loss journey. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of pictures of me when I was little, because your girl was cute. Like, I had body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. Like, even at 14, 200 something pounds, the Lord, God, the universe, whatever you want to believe in, blessed me. And what I mean by that is my shape is on point to a certain extent. I mean, I didn't warped it out. It's been warped out of shape. Now I got, huge arms that I got to take care of, and legs that I got to take care of, and I probably look flat chested, but these are G's. They just down here. They just down here instead of up here. So I was blessed. I was blessed with the shape. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Even at 375 pounds, I had a stomach, but it wasn't, the stomach of most. I carry majority of my weight in my lower extremities, in my thighs, in my butt. Majority, not all, obviously, but I do carry the majority of the weight in my lower half. So my stomach, again, I have one, but it's flatter than most people who are at my size. We'll just put it that way. And I'd be looking at apple shapes, and I'd be like, y'all may have a big ass stomach, but damn, your legs, you can wear anything. Like me, I can't. Anyways, let's not even go there. We always want what other people have, right? So anyways, so those are the things that I felt like were keeping me on point. Therapy, my water, getting my protein in, and of course, because I had just had VSG, I couldn't eat the BS. I will tell you this: if you are a person who is thinking about weight loss surgery, or you've just had weight loss surgery, stay away from your slider foods. And those who are in the industry know what that means. I guess I'll give you a little bit detail. So basically, a slider food is foods that your body can eat and just eat. So even after weight loss surgery, once you get to a certain phase, there will be things that you can eat. For me, it's chips. and I know I'm not supposed to be eating chips. It's whatever. For me, it's chips. I would say ice cream, but ice cream's a catch-22. I can still get full off of ice cream. So it's usually foods that you can eat. They slide right through, right? And you don't have the full filling. I don't know how chips do that to me, but chips do that to me. Another thing, I used to get the little, they have bags that are like this size. I need to find those again because those allow me to do portion control. This, I'll sit and eat this in one sitting. Which this is only 140 calories. Carbs aren't that great. 18 grams of carb, 2 grams of fiber, 8 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein. But anyways, I need to find the smaller bags so that I won't eat those size. Because portion control is still an issue for me. So anyways, stay away from your slider foods. Once you find your slider foods, because you can eat them. If you were like me, I'm an emotional eater. So when I'm stressed, when I'm happy, when I'm sad, it doesn't matter what the emotional is, I'm eating. When I'm bored, I'm eating. And so that's part of the problem for me. And so because of that, I naturally go to my slider foods. And so stay away from your slider foods. Once you figure out what they are, stay away from them. They are not going to be any use to you. I kind of wish that I would have saw a bariatric dietitian. There's actually one that I follow on Instagram. I think her name is Sleeved Dietitian or something like that. I probably need to look at her stuff a little bit further because I do think even though I'm 3 years in and what I can eat, I can almost eat anything. Actually, let me talk about that really quick. No, let me stay where the mindset that I'm on. So, see, there's that self-diagnosed ADD. I went to something else and lost my train of thought. It is what it is. So those are the things that I would focus on, or that I need to get back to focusing on, because those are the things that helped me lose my first 80 pounds. And of course, so after the 6 months, I stopped working out. I stopped calculating my water. I stopped calculating my protein, and I went from 280 back to 300. So that was within my first year, right? So my second year, I fluctuate 380 to 275, 300 to 275, 300 to 275. I fluctuate. Then I got to a point where I wouldn't go below 290. And I stayed at that weight for quite a period of time. Now, again, that whole time, I wasn't calculating water. I wasn't calculating my protein. I wasn't getting physical activity because I was literally working. Some days I would work. I would be up for 48 hours straight. The things I did to my body, that I do to my body. Because right now, again, it's 11:39 and I'm drinking a freaking Alani energy drink because I have work to do. And I slept today during the day, so now I'm trying to stay up to get some work done, and then I'll probably go to sleep for like a couple hours and then get back to work at 8 o'clock. Anyways, that just went up my nose. So stay away from your slider foods. I highly recommend you get your mental on point. Because whether you have weight loss surgery or whether you don't have weight loss surgery, it's a mental game. It's overpowering the mental. It's overpowering the negative thoughts. It's overpowering that I don't feel like. It's overpowering I'm not worthy. It's overpowering all of that. So I have a clear understanding that this game, and I'm going to call it a game because it's a game, and it's a game that I've been losing for 26 years. Let's go about 24. Because I feel like even though I'm not where I want to be, like even though I should have been at 180 by now, I'm not at 375, y'all. Like, but also let me make this point about weight loss surgery, and then I'm gonna change topics. Weight loss surgery is not easy. For me, I was at the end of my ropes. I knew that I had a problem with overeating. I didn't understand the reason I overate, and that's why I say you need therapy. That's why you need someone to help you have an understanding as to why you're doing what you're doing to your body. I still don't have a full understanding as to why I do what I do, but I know it's a lot of self-sabotage. And that's why I feel like therapy is the most important part, because until people sit and say, oh, why you have weight loss surgery, or why are you on a diet, you're not going to do it, you're not going to whatever. And the reality behind it is, because we say we're tired, but are we really tired? Are we really ready to deal with the reason as to why we're overweight? Or let's not even say overweight. It could be anything in life, right? A lot of people have self-sabotage. My vice of self-sabotage was food. For other people, it's drugs, right? For other people, it's alcohol. Some people overwork out. Some people undereat as their vice with dealing with life. So the question is why, right? I won't say no one, but I think we only see the symptoms and we don't see the actual disease, right? And so with that being said, I'm an advocate for therapy, and I feel like no matter who you are, you should have a therapist. And if you can't afford therapy, have at least someone that you can talk to who's non-judgmental. I think that was the best part about me going to therapy, was the fact that it was a stranger who had no idea about my life, about the people in my life, about what I had been through and the choices that I had made, etc., etc., etc. And they had no vested interest. So I think that's the most important part for me. And I know that sounds crazy, because you want this person to eventually have a vested interest so they can put you on the right track, right? But in my opinion, it's more about having an unbiased person with no vested interest really listening to you, right? And helping you, not them doing it for you, but helping you to work through the issues. Okay, so now with all that being said, here recently, I want to say it's August 7th, so sometime in June. Again, VSG was a tool. It was a tool that worked. I'm not going to sit here and say it didn't work. Literally, I lost 100 pounds on it. Gained 20 back, but I lost 100 pounds on it. So the tool worked. It did its job. I think a lot of people sometimes don't have a high expectation for weight loss surgery, not understanding that with this, you only are supposed to really lose a certain percentage of your weight. But it takes work, and I am sitting here admittedly saying that I did not put in, once I reached a certain point and I allowed my life to take charge, I did not put in the work. I stopped putting in the work. And again, it was mental. I felt I had too much on my plate. I didn't put myself first. I put jobs before everything else. I found other vices. Instead of being able to eat, I just shopped. Don't even get me started on my shopping habits right now. Anyways, so where am I now? 2 months ago, I started a compound GLP-1. I will honestly say that what made me do it is because, once again, I needed something that was going to help me to get refocused. It was not enough for me to try to get refocused on my own. I had did a few weight loss challenges. It wasn't it for me. They work for some people. Most of the time they don't work for me. Sometimes I just do them. I'm a watcher. I think that's what it is. I'm a watcher. I want to be able to do, but I allow life. Again, I'm sitting here and I ain't even worked a goddamn job. Anyways, I like to watch people succeed, and it's not that I'm envious of them. There are moments when I'm like, well, why can't I do it? But then I have the realization you can do it. You just don't put in the time and the effort. You obviously really haven't hit rock bottom in regards to how you feel. You say you're sick and tired, but are you really? Right? You say you're sick and tired, but you sitting here eating a whole bag of Boom Chicka Pop. Or you say you're sick and tired, but you have no schedule. You allow work to completely overtake your life to where you're sitting at a desk for 18, 20 hours a day. You haven't watched what you eat. You've gone all day without drinking any water. Sorry, y'all. I just remembered I could take my medicine today. You've gone all day without drinking any water. You haven't moved from this desk. You have no activity in your life. You've got dogs that you could go walk. You have a treadmill. You have roller skates. There's so many things that I have that I literally could just... There's no way I should still be overweight. I have everything at my disposal. But anyways, so I started GLP-1. Again, I didn't go through health insurance. I'm just doing the compound. Overall, I'm an extremely healthy person. I mean, everybody has their issues. I'm not pre-diabetic. I don't have any cholesterol issues. So strangely enough, even at 375, I did not have any real weight loss comorbidities. Since losing weight, or since losing 100 pounds, I'm currently at... Okay, back up. GLP-1s. Started the GLP-1 facility that I go to in the area that I live is called Bello Medical? No. Bello Mid-Level? I don't know. That's sad. Facility that I go to, I go once a month and they check my levels. They see how I'm doing, and then they either increase my dosage. Bello Mid-Level. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't say that. Bello Mid-Level Primary Care and Wellness Center here in Ocala, Florida. And because I'm rambling, y'all, my battery is dying on my phone. You hear the squeaky chair? I'm gonna need to put some WD-40 on this chair. And I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna go cook it for a little bit. Alright. I think that's gonna work. Is that gonna work? I think that's gonna work. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me show y'all that. You'll see that right there. So, that is one of those, the apps, the AI app Remini or whatever, where you put your face on it and it shows you like a picture, right? So let me show you this other one. So this is, I keep literally above my desk because this is the future me. Like, that body is giving, that is my face, but it is an AI. I literally printed this sucker. I printed it and put it in a couple of places in my house as motivation. And part of that is what's making me kind of refocus. And I'm sorry, but that my camera is now a little off, but like I said, my battery just went low to 5% because I didn't expect to talk for 30 minutes, and I'll probably go for another 30 minutes at this rate. Anyways, so I started GLP-1, and when I started, I went in at like 280 something. First month, I lost 8 pounds, and when I tell you I did absolutely nothing, I changed absolutely nothing my first month. Started GLP-1, lost 8 pounds my first month. I am in my second month right now. I believe when I weighed in, I was at 272 when I went to the last appointment almost a month ago. So we are in month 2 and I've still done nothing. They give you a recommended diet, I haven't done it. They give you a recommended workout activity, I haven't done it. I ain't done jack. Not a mother freaking thing. And I lost 8 pounds the first month, and I am on track to potentially lose another 8 pounds. So I am fluctuating right now between 262 and 265, depending on what time, of course, I weigh myself. I'm probably going to post this video tomorrow, because again, this is like my own personal vlog. I am doing this for me. I am doing this for me to track myself, because I want to give myself, I haven't even got to all that. Like, we're literally 30 minutes in, and I haven't even got to my whole point of doing this. Whole point of doing this, I want to focus on my health for 1 year. I want to see if I can get where I want to be in 1 year. So again, today's August 7th. I just turned 40 7 days ago. I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to weigh in. I have a Zeo Fit bodysuit that I'm going to put on in order to get my 360 measurements. I have it for a little, I've been doing that for I've been trying to do it every week, but it has been done. So I've only done it twice before. So I'm going to do the third one. If I can remember, I will put in, I will insert, isn't that cute? It's so cute. Anyways, I will insert my Zeo Fits, my previous one and the one for tomorrow, so we can see where I am right now. And then I'll also see if I can take screenshots of my Bello mid-level results and a few weight screenshots. So I have a Renpho, R-E-N-P-H-O, I think it is, scale, and so in my phone it tracks, in the app it tracks my weight, my BMI, my muscle mass, water intake, water mass, etc., etc., etc. So my goal for the next year is to get down to 180 pounds. I would like to build muscle. I abso-freaking-lutely hate my legs. I might put in a picture. I was just in Jamaica for my birthday. I have a picture of my legs. When I tell you, my legs are the one thing that I completely hate my legs. So my goal is to tighten up these legs, tighten up these arms, tighten up these boobs. At the end of the year, depending on how I feel about my body, I might go in and have some surgery done. I've started to look into that. Sono Bello is one thing that I'm looking into, because you're still awake. I don't know how well that's going to be, but I believe they have Sono, I think it's Sono Bello, right? S-O-N-O-B-E-L-O, I think that's what it is. Abex, A-B, I think it's Sono Bello Abex, I think is what it is. A-B-X, yes. So Sono Bello Abex, and I believe what that is, it's the liposuction, right? Because that's what Sono Bello is. It's a type of awake liposuction. But they also have it with the tummy tuck, where they remove some extra skin. So they do the liposuction, and they remove the extra skin. From my understanding, I haven't had a consultation appointment. I actually have one scheduled at the end of the month. I'm not sure if I'm going to go, because I'm really not where I want to be. So it's kind of like, why do it now? Because I don't plan on doing it right now. I don't plan on doing it until, if I need to do it, it'll be a year from now. One thing I most definitely probably want to do is my arms. As you can see, my arms right now are really like right here, but don't get me wrong, this is still more than skin. This is still completely still fat, so we're gonna work on that. So the goal is to build muscle, so I won't be doing a lot of cardio. I'm not even gonna be honest. Like, if I do 30 minutes of cardio for 3 to 5 days a week, that'll probably be all that I do in cardio, because for me, I have watched enough fitness influencers, as well as other people. I have watched enough of them to know that the slower you lose the weight, the better your body responds. The more muscle you build, the better your body responds. I hate to say this, but the influencers who I have watched for years, and cardio was their biggest weight, what's the word that I'm looking for? Their cardio was their mechanism for weight loss, their exercise. I couldn't think of the word exercise for some reason. I don't like their bodies. And what I mean by that, I hate to put it that way, because you're proud of them, right? But it's like, that's not what I want to look like. Again, in my opinion, your girl is stacked. In my opinion, and I would like to keep my shape, and doing cardio like a runner's body. A runner's body is not the shape that I see for myself. The shape that I see for myself is a muscle built, weight toning body. That is how I see myself. That is what I want. I feel like I already have the curvature for it, and the weights are just going to intensify that. And then we also know when you build muscle, you burn fat. So again, I would like to be a solid muscle 180. And if even I'm going to be honest with you, I can be 200 pounds, and as long as I have the shape that I want, I'm not going to care. So that is my goal. That's what I'm doing this for. I want to dedicate a year to myself. And no excuse here. Like, I constantly do excuses. One thing about me is I live in the gray. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Most people are black and white. I live in the gray. So with that, I make excuses, and I allow my excuses to justify why I don't show up for myself. And so once again, I've been here before, but I'm going to try to make it this time. I'm going to try to show up for myself. This time, I'm going to try to give myself 365 days. Maybe a little less, because maybe I'll, I said a year, but maybe I'll do a little less than 365 and just do to my 41st birthday. We'll see. And then who knows, maybe a year from now we will be going through the journey of weight loss surgery. No, not weight loss surgery, sorry. Skin removal surgery. The boobs, again, they are deflated balloons. I still have enough mass for, I used to be a G, but I just realized I just put my bra on. I'm not a bra wearer. What I mean by that is, like, I'm a sports bra girl, preferably NYX sports bras. If y'all don't know about NYX, knix.com, especially for you girls in the summer in this Florida heat, we all know that your body be sweating, especially in certain areas. And you a big girl in that summertime with the Florida heat and this Florida humidity, go get you some NYX. Go get you some NYX. I promise you. And they have different levels, right? I'm a girl who, until I got NYX, I didn't wear panties. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I hated them. I absolutely hate panties. I kind of hate clothes, to be honest with you. And I really hate bras, especially bras with any type of wiring. But anyways, go get you some NYX. Okay, so bras. So I'm a sports bra kind of girl, but I just put on a regular bra with the wire today, because I had to run out the house and my clothes are everywhere, because again, we just got back from Jamaica and ain't nothing where it's supposed to be. So I realized that I'm not full up top anymore, which I kind of knew. So I don't think I'm a G anymore. Again, I'm still quite on the larger side for the chest. But I want to get them lifted. I was going to do an implant, but my boyfriend was like, no. I say boyfriend, but we've been together 17 years. Anyways, so I want to lift them up. I just want them to be full and sit up, but I want a natural sit. I do want teardrop. So yes, the things that I do plan on getting done at the end of this journey, or not at the end of it, because it never really ends, right? Maintenance, self-care, health is a forever journey. But at the end of this chapter of my weight loss journey, or of my health journey, I'm going to end it with more than likely a brachioplasty, a breast lift, and a thigh lift. And the weird thing about me is, on my thigh lift, most people go straight down the leg. Hopefully I won't need it, but I'm going to be honest with you, the way that my legs look right now, everything in my soul is telling me that I'm going to need a thigh lift. At minimum, I'm going to need a thigh lift. I kind of want to do the harder surgery, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's because of the scar placement. I would rather have my scar in my groin than going down the middle of my thighs. So that's just me personally. I will probably have some surgeons fight me on that, but we'll see. But those are the 3 surgeries that I think I'm going to need. I don't necessarily think I'm going to need a tummy tuck, not at this stage, but we'll see where I end up. But 40 minutes of your time is what I've taken so far, and I'm gonna give you that back because that's 40 minutes that I should have been working. So it's midnight now, so it's officially August 8th. And my electricity just went out. In my house. Anyways, so we're gonna finish this up. We're gonna close this up right here. That was the universe telling me, Tiffany, shut the crap up and get to work. So with that being said, until next time, I'm gonna try to post at least twice a week. Not gonna guarantee that, but we'll see. I do have a challenge that I'm joining. Again, I don't really like to do them, but I'm actually gonna try this one. I'm actually gonna try to push through this one, and let's see what happens. Sorry that the end of this is in the dark. I'm gonna let y'all go, but again, dedicating a year or a little less, maybe like 360 days or 358 days, whatever, we'll see, to putting myself first, to taking care of myself, to working out, to meal prepping, to mental health. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's see where we end up. See where I end up, because again, this is about me in true Leo fashion. It's about me. All right, guys, bye.